Good morning, it's Barbara. It's chilly out, but I'm going out anyway. We'll see how it works out. Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. Whoop, the trash man just got up and I'm covering up the camera. Trash men just arrived. You'll hear them in the background. So it is gorgeous out here. Chilly, but gorgeous. In the sun, it's perfectly comfortable. I've been up for 2 hours almost, and the temperature's only gone up 2 degrees, so the sun is weak. Winter is coming. So the girls had an adventure this morning. I came out here to do my vlog, and I heard some rustling of leaves along the garage. I'm like, wow, Maisie's playing in the leaves, but I didn't see her. And then I saw a little flash of brown on the other side of the fence. I thought, oh my gosh, there's a deer right there. So I walked over to see if I could still see it, and there were our 2 dogs outside the fence trying to get in. They're like going to the garage door. I'm like, girls, you've been on an adventure. So I let them in, and I went and looked, and the other gate on the other side of the house is completely wide open. It doesn't, when you just pull it closed, it doesn't actually latch. The bar that goes into the latch is a little low. You have to lift it up to get it to hook. Maybe that didn't happen last time somebody used it. I don't know, but it was wide open, and they went on an adventure. And then they came home, which is good. Coming home is good. Did you have an adventure? Yeah. We need to be more careful. So yesterday, after my conversation with you, I went out to the library and got a book. An Erik Larson book. Now, I've read most of the one in the garden, something, the beast in the garden, the something which is about Nazi Germany. I don't know that I read the whole book, but I read most of it. And Dennis and I listened to another book he wrote about the White City something, and it's about the Chicago World's Fair, the making, the putting on of the Chicago World's Fair. At the same time, there was a serial killer in Chicago, and so it's like the 2 stories. It's pretty interesting. He does this juxtaposition all the time. And the one I took yesterday was called, I think, Lightning Strike. And it's about Marconi inventing the telephone, and I think it's Dr. Crippen, the murderer, and his, he murders his wife and is runs away with the nanny, kind of a thing, something like that. I just started it, and it didn't work out as great as I thought it would. My idea was I would listen to this book while I knit, and I fell asleep in my chair. But I was really tired. I hadn't slept well the night before. But anyway, I'm going to try it again today and see how it goes. But I can't think of anything I did yesterday, actually. I did some knitting. Yeah. Other than knitting, nothing is coming to my mind that I did. And I'm sure I'll think of several things when I'm done recording. But obviously they didn't stick with me too much. Well, I did my yoga, which felt really good. I did my yoga. And yeah, I did my yoga. Talked to Aura. took the dogs for a walk. Well, took Pearl for a walk because Maisie was at the groomer, and she's all fluffy and gorgeous at the moment. Dennis went and got her, took Pearl. Pearl gets a shot every month for her hip. And so Pearl got her shot, and Maisie came home. But I just hung out with Aura. I hung out with Aura. You know, it's not nothing. But it's not much. I did do some knitting. I worked on my road trip cowl. I'll show it to you one of these days. It's looking pretty gorgeous, and I'm trying to decide if I should stop or not. You know, I mean, when is it done? I don't know. I was coming out here and I thought, oh, I don't have any props, you know, like a hat or anything to show you. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I promised you to show you what my sister's son-in-law, stepson, sent. He sent a couple pictures that I'm like, oh, okay, they're, you know. He just came across these things. He was in charge of cleaning out Christy's house. She left me and Dan in charge of, you know, divvying up her stuff, which I tried to do, but it's hard to do long distance. And, you know, the boys took what they wanted. The boys. My brothers, who are men, the youngest is 64. The boys took what they wanted. And Christy loaded up her car with stuff for herself and for me on our road trip home. And she will bring my stuff to me at Christmas time when she and Rich and Wicket come for Christmas. Oh, before I forget, did I tell you I have a new granddog? Jason and Allison and the granddaughters got a dog named Kobe. They say he's part husky, but he is a very short-haired. I mean, I don't know how much husky he has in him, but he doesn't look like a husky at all to me. And there's a part of us that's hoping it's not too much husky because, you know, huskies are, there's a continuum of domesticity within the dog breeds. German Shepherds have been domesticated for a very long time, which is why they really want to please you. Huskies not so long. I mean, long enough. They're domesticated, but, you know, their idea of pleasing you and what you might want, not so high. Now, there are less domesticated dogs like Shiba Inu and Akitas, and, you know, I'm sure others that are... really couldn't care less what you thought. Oh, I gotta be. Go away. Go away. But anyway, so huskies, and they're bred to pull sleds, which means they pull. Anyway, I haven't met Kobe yet. I probably, the way things are going, I probably won't meet Kobe till he comes for Thanksgiving. We're very excited to meet him, and I'm sure he and our dogs are going to get along very well because our dogs are both girls, and he's a boy. And girls and boys get along really well. It's the girl, you know, all girls, they, you know, kind of can get annoyed with each other, and all boys can get annoyed with each other. So we're looking forward to meeting Kobe. But, yeah. Yeah. My son's, Instagram handle is something like Jason_the investor, something like that. And he posted a picture of his dog. Actually, maybe I will post the picture he sent me and say, here's my new granddog. I'm so excited. And then if you follow me on Instagram, you'll be able to see a picture of him. But anyway, so we have a new granddog. That's very exciting. All right, let me get to the things that Dan sent. I do not know what year this is. This is my sister in like what, 4th grade? Something like that. And I'm going to skip these pictures that don't have a lot of... But some of these are pictures I've never seen. I do not know how old she was in this. My guess is, 20, 25. She was beautiful. Really beautiful. And this was about the same age as she did this. She was an art major. She was an art teacher for a while. And I'm guessing she did this in her art class. But this is a wood cut self-portrait. Isn't this amazing? I am going to find a professional framer and have this framed. There's tape all around this. I do not know why. And it's a little bit torn at the top. Isn't that great? And it really looks just like her. It really does. And this is her and her husband Ross, Dan's dad, when they were young and gorgeous. My guess is this is 40 years ago. 40 years ago. 45 years ago. Anyway, and I got a couple other things. I got a picture of her dog. And for some reason he sent me the words to our alma mater from high school, which is pretty funny. And this was her dog, Ellie. But I got a lovely note from Dan, and I need to reply. But apparently her place is empty of her stuff for the most part now, and will be staged and put on the market. So they are very much further along than I am with my work on Mama's estate. But, we're doing what we can. They have a different situation, obviously. So anyway, that's what he sent me. A couple pictures that I didn't show you because they aren't interesting to you. And, well, maybe none of that was interesting to you. But anyway, so I was very happy to get that. And so I have correspondence to do today. My job today is correspondence. I have 2 packages to send, and I have thank you cards to write. I was upstairs looking for I forget the name of this sweater, but it is one of those open sweaters, and I was cold, so I was looking for a sweater pin, to keep it closed. I have one in here, but it is way too thick for the sweater. And I know I have some, but I'm so disorganized. Oh my gosh, I am so disorganized. I can't even stand it. When I know I have things and I can never find them when I want to. At some point, I'm hoping to get the energy to organize my room and my craft stuff. I would really, really like to be more organized. Maybe I should hire an organizer to come in and help me. I mean, it's not a ridiculous idea. Anyway, I was upstairs looking. I'm like, why was I talking about? I was upstairs looking for a more appropriate sweater pin that, isn't like stretching the holes in my sweater. And I did not find one, but I did come across some cards that I had printed up, and I am going to use them for my thank you notes. I know that they are different than the ones I sent before. I surely hope they are. And so I can send my thank you notes, write my thank you notes, and I have a couple emails to write. I have to email Dan or text him to say thank you for the package, and I have another one I have to send. So I have correspondence today, and maybe I will do my correspondence. Kim is coming to visit her mother today, and so we will have some company, but I can sit at the table and write thank you notes while she's here. It won't be rude. So who knows, maybe I will actually do those things. So that's my goal for today. Work on my correspondence. Meanwhile, it's a beautiful day. It's cool. I will have to dress up much warmer if I'm going to be sitting outside at all, because I'm in the sun over here, and my normal seat, so I can see the view, is over there in the shade. So we shall see. And I think I will be doing my yoga in the house. The chairs in the house are more appropriate, and yeah. But it's very fresh feeling out here, and it's nice, and it's bright and sunny, and I love that. So I have to think about watering my forsythia again, because it stopped raining. There's no rain in our forecast for the 10-day forecast. I think one day has a 25% chance. I mean, 10-day forecasts are notoriously not correct, but still. So anyway, I'm gonna go. I am going to do my yoga. Oh, I ground one of my coffees with my hand grinder, and I am hoping that it will be, I won't be so hard eventually, and I will see the benefits of the work. But meanwhile, I feel like it's going to be a good thing to do. And yeah, so I'm going to go do my chair yoga and then start my day. Help Aura with her shower and put in a load of laundry and, you know, those things. Besides doing my correspondence. You know, it's like the olden days when people had correspondence. Meanwhile, sending healing thoughts to everyone. Hope all is well with you guys. And please take good care of yourselves. Please, please stay safe and stay sane.